If I can find the other camera, there's the other camera. So morning, if you are jumping in on YouTube and Facebook, we're going to do our qigong specifically focused on the long meridian and breath, and we'll start off as always just with a little bit of knocking. So gently rotating from the hips and the waist. Just take it really, really easy. There's no rush. And then just letting the elbows bend and just tapping on the lower back, tapping on the belly. Being connected to the ground through the feet. Really pay attention to the feet connected to the ground, especially if you're barefoot on the sand. And then paying attention to lengthening the spine, so lengthening the spine upwards, tall through the spine. Relaxing between the shoulder blades, softening between the shoulder blades. Relaxing the shoulders. Just natural breath in and out through the nose. If it feels comfortable for you, just taking a little bit of a glance behind, so you just get that little bit more rotation. See if you notice a difference side to side. And gradually now just slow that down, bringing that little bit of resistance to the movement, to the arms, so we slow it down into water waves. And just explore how slow you can make it, but still as a continuous movement. How slow and lightly and softly can you breathe, just gently in and out through the nose, but without feeling air hunger, just nice and calm and soft. Maybe just bending the knees a little bit more, maybe just getting a little bit lower. Really slow, really, really slow. And if you think you're going slow, see if you can go half the speed that you're going at. Just imagine if you're watching a video and you were slowing that video down. Very soft, light, easy breathing. Lovely, and then take a rest. Stand a little bit taller. Just stand for a moment, relaxing into the face muscles, relaxing into the eye sockets. Let's do a little bit of spinal cord breathing. Breathing in, expanding. And then breathing out, tucking the pelvis underneath. So the idea is you're getting movement at the tailbone, at the sacrum, and that movement ripples up the spine to the base of the skull, to the cranium. Think about every single bone in the spine, all those individual vertebrae. Actually sounds very windy here. And see if we can slow this down a little bit as well. So you'll be slowing the breath with the movement, breathing in as you expand. And breathing out as you curl under. But still keep that breath quiet, soft. Let's do a couple more. And then just stand for a moment. And I just want you to spend a moment as you're just standing, still visualizing that movement as you're breathing in and out. So micro movements of that spine lengthening as you breathe in, and then keeping long and strong, but just this body softening as you breathe out. So just that, think of micro movements of that spine wave. So every single in-breath, the vertebrae are lengthening. There's a little bit more space between each vertebra as you're lengthening very, very softly as you're breathing in. It's that idea of being connected to the ground, but also connected to the sky, lifted and lengthened through the spine. As you're breathing in, there's that expansion, there's that extension. As you're breathing out, there's that little bit of softness. And then just take a rest. Have a little shake out. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. And then come back to shoulder width apart. And then let's just start that lateral side to side movement. Pelvis stays parallel to the ground. We're not doing hips dropping side to side. That's good, that's nice, that gets the hips moving, but we're doing parallel to the ground. So really grounded and stable through the feet, and then you can free up that upper body. Just let the spine again wave. Dog wags the tail. If you imagine you've got a tail attached to the end of your tailbone, you're just wagging that tail. And that tail is just an extension of your spine, so it gives the spine a nice little wave side to side. Remember, the head is attached at the top of the spine. The head is balancing on the top of the spine. So keep that neck long, lengthen the neck. And then slow it down. Good. Take a balance, a little bit of a balance, a little bit of a rest there. Let's do a bit of shaking, and this time when we shake, we'll add that sound. As we work through the shake, we'll add a sound, but rather than a letting go, what I want you to add is like a hum or an end sound. So you just connect the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth, keeping the lips lightly together, and it's so get some vibration. So why we're doing this is that you'll be shaking and moving the body around, getting energy and blood flow, lymphatic drainage, but then we're also creating extra vibration in the nasal cavity, and that's great for increasing nasal nitric oxide. When you're breathing in that nasal nitric oxide, it helps to open up the airways, so much more oxygenation, getting more oxygen into the blood. So there is a scientific reason as well as a fun reason why we're doing this. So let's just start shaking. And you can shake gently if you want to start a little bit gently. If you feel as if you want to be a little bit more vigorous, that's absolutely fine. You shake at whatever intensity feels good. You might want to increase the intensity, you might want to slow it down a little bit. You might want to keep your heels on the floor, so you're just using the legs and the arms as pumps. Or you might want to tap the heels into the ground as well and get a little bit more vibration. And then when you're ready, just in your own time, nice full breath in through the nose. And then see how long you can extend that exhale, but don't get out of breath. When you're ready, just take another breath in. And I hope Elaine and Ross are doing this on the beach. Also makes you smile, which helps to open up the airways too. And then let's do one more breath in. And then just letting the breath settle, and then just slowing it down, slowing it down, slowing it down, and then opening up the shoulders. And just feeling the tingling sensations. And interesting to see whether adding that hum creates more tingling sensations than if you don't add the hum. We're going to do one more little shake. With this shake, do the same shake again. You go whatever intensity you want to go at, and I'll guide it, but it's sort of like in your own time. You'll do a normal breath in, normal breath out, and we're just going to pause the breath just for a few seconds. So you might just want to pause 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you just breathe again. So it's just a little pause after a normal breath. So again, the reason why we're doing this is when we pause the breath just for a short period of time, you're squeezing more oxygen from the blood. You're drawing more oxygen from the blood into the cells. So again, it's oxygenating you, giving you a little bit more, but it's giving you a boost of energy. It's a bit counterintuitive because you think holding the breath is going to make you feel stressed. We don't want to get to the stress point. It's just a tiny, tiny hold, pause at the bottom of a breath. Then you take the next breath in when you're ready. So it's not a how long can I hold the breath, it's just a gentle pause at the bottom of the breath. So let's start shaking again. So you can go a gentle shake, or if you want to go a little bit more vigorous, totally up to you. If you want to mix it up, that's absolutely fine. Just breathing easy in and out through the nose. Freeing up the back of the neck and the head. And let's go for that first very short pause after your normal breath in and your normal breath out. When you are ready, just pause. Just a couple of seconds. Then take a next breath. And let the breath be easy. We're going to do 2 more of those. So let the breath settle a little bit, keep shaking. You can slow it down, speed it up, whatever feels good for you. Let's do normal breath in, normal breath out. Pause when you're ready. Breathe whenever you need to. Have in mind, have that intention when we add the pause that you're squeezing energy, you're really getting that energy into every single cell in the body, energizing the system. Let's do one more normal breath in. Free up the shoulders. There's a few tight shoulders going on there, I can see on Zoom. Free up the shoulders. Normal breath in, normal breath out. Pause. Taking that next breath when you need to. And then just a full breath in. And slow it down. Quite nice to do lots of shaking. Slow it down. Slow it down. Open up the shoulders, palms facing forwards. Feel the tingles. Let the breath settle. If you feel you need to do a nice full, slow, calm breath, that's absolutely fine. You might need a couple of those. Breathe deep into the center. So we've done a good 20 minutes there, just getting the body energized, getting the blood flowing, getting the energy flowing around the system. Now we'll use that energy that we've created with our 2 or 3 actually, with our closing flow, with our qigong flow movements. First flow, Buddha holds up the earth. So now all of that energy you've created is actually creating the movement. So that idea of being in a flow state where the movement is effortless, the breath is effortless. Breathing in. And breathing out. And go at your comfortable pace. Just following the breath. The breath is light, soft, easy. Expanding the whole body as you're breathing in. And softening as you're breathing out. The next one, we're just going to add a little pause at the top. So as we get to the top, just pause and just suspend the breath just for a moment. Extended pause at the top, and then breathing out. And just have a little pause at the bottom of the breath. And then do that one more time, breathing in. And keep that relaxed. It's not a straining hold, it's just relaxed. Little pause, and then breathing out. We're just lengthening that breath out a little bit. Take a rest. So when we're just doing the rhythmical movement, you're following your breath. Just those last two, we just elongating the breath a little bit at the top and the bottom, but without it being stressful. It shouldn't feel stressful. It's not a hold. So just take a moment. And then palms facing the ground, shoulders relaxed here. A little bit of roundness, a little bit of softness in the elbows. Breathing in, expanding. And then we roll from the shoulders. Take it from the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists. Connect index finger and thumb. Breathing out. Get a little bit of roundness in the back as you're breathing out. Create a little bit of space there in the back. Open up the shoulder blades and then breathing in. Soaring crane. So just imagine soaring high as you're breathing in. Rotate, make sure you rotate from the shoulders and then breathing out. And then find your rhythm. Breathing in. Breathing out. Remember, this is a whole body movement as well. We're not just doing an arm or a shoulder workout. So let that whole body flow with the movement. Then gradually start to lower the arms a little bit. And then the next in breath, just pausing again just for a moment at the top of the breath, and pausing for a moment at the bottom of the breath. Keep the movement slow still, expanding, just stretching that breath out a little bit. Lovely, and then take a rest. Shake out if you need to shake a little bit. Pulling down the sky, pulling down the heavens in 6 directions. So we're breathing in, and then we breathe out as we rotate to one side. Breathe in, rotating back to the front, breathing out. And then we do the other side. Breath in, breath out, rotate, breath in, breath out. It's just quite nice. It's like pulling down the heavens, but we just add that little bit of a rotation into it. So it's really nice, again, just for the lower back, the mid back, in fact, the whole spine. And then interlocking thumbs, resting on the lower dantian, bringing the feet together. And just closing your eyes. And just for the final minute, just allowing your body just to find its natural balance. Just rocking and swaying like bamboo in the wind. And now just taking that fuller breath in through the nose. Opening your eyes at the top of the breath, stepping out. I'll give you the brush down that Andrew used. I'd forgotten about this one. I haven't done it for a while. So you bring your arms above the head, connect the palms, and then you bend the elbows. So your elbows are coming down the back of the neck. This is what Keith was talking about, that nice feeling of down the back of the neck. So you just let the hands fold down the back of the neck. I'm going to make a really weird noise with the microphone now. And then you let the hands come down the front. We go round the side of the ribs. You're going round the back, going over the hips, but then you're coming round the front, down the inside of the legs, back up the outside of the legs, and give your tummy a rub. Brilliant, thank you. Sorry, we've gone over a couple of minutes there, but it's nice to get those flows in. Hopefully you enjoyed that session. Hopefully you're going to have a great rest of the day wherever you are, whether you're on the beach or whether you're in a storm, whether you're going into the water or whatever you're up to. Have a fantastic rest of the day, and I'll see you on Thursday. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Gray.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.